Hello friends, welcome back to Nishu's vlogs. Today I will be showing you all the recipes for a 1 kg chocolate truffle cake and teach you how to decorate a 2-tier cake. So without any further ado, let's get started with the video. First we will start by lining the 6-inch pan, and I am going to grease it slightly with some vegetable oil. You can also use butter instead of vegetable oil. And then add a layer of parchment paper on the bottom and sides of the cake tin. Here I am using Audi Eco-Bake parchment paper, which is very eco-friendly, non-sticky and reusable. Here I have taken a second 4-inch cake tin because I am going to make a 2-tier cake. If you are making a tier cake, make sure to use tins with a 2-inch gap between them. Now put this aside and let's start preparing the cake batter. First we will start sifting all the dry ingredients. Now add 2/3 cup of all-purpose flour and then add 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Now add 1 teaspoon of baking powder and half a teaspoon of baking soda. Next, sieve this thoroughly and then combine the dry ingredients with a spatula. Let's keep this aside and start preparing the wet ingredients. Now add 4 whole eggs to a bowl. Now I am adding 3 teaspoons of vanilla essence. Now beat this mixture at full speed for 10 minutes until the mixture gets little thicker. You can also use a hand whisk, but it will take more time than using an electric whisker. Now add 1 cup of powdered sugar gradually. Don't add it all at once. Here I have added only half a cup of powdered sugar and start beating it for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes you can add the remaining half cup of powdered sugar. Continue beating this mixture until it becomes a thicker consistency, like similar to a cream. When the egg mixture reaches this consistency, add 2 tablespoons of refined oil. Now mix this again for 5 minutes. The next step is to combine the dry and wet ingredients. Now I will add the dry ingredients to this egg mixture. Then I used a hand whisk to lightly mix this. Make sure that you use cut and fold method while mixing. Here I have also added 3 drops of black gel color because I used light cocoa powder, so this will help me to get a little dark chocolate color in the batter. Now, I will pour this mixture into both of the greased cake tins. Tap the cake tins to remove the air bubbles from the batter. I have already preheated the oven at 180 degree for 5 minutes. I will bake these cakes for about 30 minutes. Now we will start preparing the chocolate truffle. Here I am using dark compound chocolate. You can use any type of dark chocolate you want. I am using total 600 grams of dark compound chocolate as we are going to make a 2-tier cake. Cut these chocolates into small pieces. Here I have taken 300 grams of fresh cream. Make sure that if you are taking 600 grams of dark compound chocolate, use half of that fresh cream. Microwave the fresh cream for 10 minutes. Then add these dark chocolates to the hot cream to completely melt them. Once the chocolate and cream have completely melted, then keep it in the fridge for 20 to 30 minutes to set. Now our cake has been completely baked, so we will remove it from the oven. The cake sponge is now ready to be removed from the cake tin. You can see the sponge is very fluffy and light. I'm cutting this big sponge into 3 portions and the small sponge into 4 portions. As you can see, I'm cutting the cake while it's still hot. Since I had to fulfill an urgent order, I could not wait for it to cool down. Thus, before slicing the cake into layers, be sure it has cooled down. Now I'm slicing the other cake sponge into 4 layers. For 10 minutes, I'll leave this in front of the fan to cool down. The next step is to layer the cakes. Choose a cake base and apply a thin layer of chocolate truffle to it. This is what we are doing to help our cake lift off the cake base. I'm going to lay the first layer down now and soak it with some sugar syrup. To make syrup, just add powdered sugar and cool water to a bowl. depending on how sweet you want your cake to be. Soak the cake nicely with the sugar syrup. Now put the chocolate truffle into a piping bag and place a layer of truffle onto the cake. Now dip the palette knife into hot water to smooth this chocolate truffle layer. Add the choco chips to the chocolate truffle after smoothing. Now repeat the same process as I said before. Clean the sides of the cake using the palette knife. You can dip the palette knife into the hot water. Next, cover the cake with whipping cream. To do this, first add some whipped cream to a bowl and then, as I am doing here, add 3 or 4 drops of orange gel coloring. Now thoroughly stir this until the cream and all the colors are combined. Next, we will begin covering the cake by adding cream to the piping bag. Using the palette knife, smooth the cake top. Also, I am using a scraper to smooth the cake sides. To add some designs to the cake sides, I used zigzag cutter. After I finish cleaning the cake base, I'll put this cake in the fridge for an hour. Continue in the same manner with the other cake. Now we have reached the final stage where we stack the cakes and decorate them. In fact, I think that decorating the cake is my favorite aspect of baking it. As we are placing the other cake on the top of this, I am inserting straws into the cake to ensure that it stands correctly with the assistance of the straw. Here I have inserted 4 straws into the cake. Now it's time to place the other cake on the top of this. Gently release the cake base and lift the cake using palette knife. Place the cake on the top of the other. Decorate our cake. Here I am using star nozzle to make flowers. In order to add some shine to the cake, I am using silver spray here. Here I have inserted a birthday tag and also sprinkled some golden balls. Then I'll place the golden butterflies to this cake. your chocolate truffle cake is ready. If you like the cake recipe and design, do let me know by commenting down below. And also, you let me know if you want to see more videos about cakes. Don't forget to hit the like button. Till then, take care. Bye.